Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex. Jay is on vacay down in Phuket, having a fun little birthday weekend, I hope. He'll be back with us again next week. Until then, I have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles this Friday, August 15th. We got a fun Friday ahead of us. Please remember to subscribe to the Thaiger to stay all up to date on everything Thailand. Now, today, we'll be talking about the downturn in Thai tourism caused by a peculiarly strong baht, as well as safety concerns among Chinese tourists. Later, we'll explore how the Tourism Authority of Thailand is taking steps to rebound visitor numbers. Plus, Bangkok has just been crowned the best city in the world for Gen Z. We'll find out why. Before we dive into it, though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, and that is Fazwaz. Fazwaz is the #1 real estate portal in the land of smiles. If you're looking to buy, rent, sell property, just go check them out. They'll have everything you need to get started. Also, shout out to Dot Property, who put on an amazing event last night, the Dot Property Awards 2025. Fazwaz was well represented there and winning awards as well. So congratulations to everybody who had a successful evening last evening. Now, that'll do it. Let's dive into our first story of the day, which is concerns over a strong baht and safety that are threatening Thai tourism's recovery. Thailand's tourism industry is feeling the strain as a combination of economic and safety factors dampens visitor numbers. The baht's recent appreciation has made travel to Thailand more expensive for foreigners, while concerns over scams, human trafficking, and discrimination, particularly among Chinese tourists, are eroding confidence. The Ni Hao Sawadi campaign and government's new safe travel stamp aim to rebuild trust, but have yet to deliver a significant rebound. Tourist arrivals in the first half of 2025 have dropped to 16.6 million, down from 17.5 million in the same period last year, with Chinese visitors falling by a third. So this is pretty wild, and I always have to wonder about this when it comes to the Chinese tourism market. Everybody really wants those Chinese dollars, right? Particularly Thailand's been very reliant on it for a long time. Look, there are some bad news stories that come out. The Thai baht is strong, which makes it, less appealing to come visit, particularly when places like Japan are having a historic weakness in their currency. That makes it more attractive. But, when it comes to these things, I've seen certain stories go super viral in China. And I'm not sure, they're not that common. But they do end up causing a lot of anxiety, particularly amongst Chinese tourists who are known to fall for scams. This is something that's happened in the past. So, until Thailand can clean that up a little bit and make sure that these stories don't happen consistently, we're going to see a downturn, particularly because China is doing a lot to try and push their own domestic tourism as well. And that could be competition, right? If the Chinese can just stay within their own country and see all of the beautiful sites that are available there, why come to Thailand and run the risk? So we'll talk a little bit later about how the Tourism Authority of Thailand is trying to combat this negative trend. It's not that crazy. It's down. It's down about 1 million on the year, which is not great, but high season's on the way, so we'll see how it goes. Bishop Knight also says the weak dollar isn't helping at all. That's true too. All right. Yeah, and Workout from Home says the currency appreciation has not been that extreme. Everything here is still very reasonably priced. Yeah, especially if you earn your money in Thailand, but when you're making your international travel choices, it is a consideration to take, particularly with other countries having more depreciation. We'll see. All right. Anyways, our next story, we are back on the border. The Thai Army's barbed wire appeal has sparked a public backlash. A social media post from Thailand's 2nd Army region calling for public donations of concertina wire has ignited fierce debate online. The Army said the request was meant to strengthen border security and reduce risks for both military personnel and civilians. However, many critics question why one of Southeast Asia's most heavily funded militaries would need to rely on civilian contributions for basic security materials. The controversy has raised broader concerns about transparency in military budgeting and the allocation of state resources. Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't get why the military would need to ask the public for its help in this particular issue. I don't think that's that expensive, particularly when they're talking about buying new, Gripen jets? Did I say that right, Jason?
Yeah.
There we go. From Sweden. So they're spending tons of money on new jets and airplanes and things like that. You would think a little barbed wire would be well within the budget, particularly since the military is very powerful compared to its neighbors here in Thailand. Appealing to nationalism and the public's help. I get that too, but yeah, I am wondering, where is the money? Where could it be going that they need to be appealing to the public for basic security needs like this? And I also got to wonder where they're going to lay it. That is another curiosity of mine, because the border is still disputed. So if Thailand ends up laying it down in certain areas that could poke the bear over in Cambodia, could be bad too. But well, we'll keep our eyes on it, and the action is still unfolding in terms of the diplomacy between the two countries. All right, let's move on. There's more political news here, guys. Paetongtarn Shinawat is awaiting an August 29th court verdict over her leaked phone call with Cambodian leader Hun Sen. That's right, suspended Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawat will learn her fate on the 29th of August when the Constitutional Court delivers its ruling in her ethics case. The controversy erupted after a leaked phone conversation with Cambodian leader Hun Sen, in which Paetongtarn referred to him as uncle and made critical remarks about the Thai military commanders. The incident intensified political tensions, leading to her suspension from office, while the court reviews whether she breached ethical standards. The outcome could significantly shape Thailand's political landscape in the coming months. So this is, of course, the most high-profile court case that we've seen in Thailand in a long, long time. The deadline is in 2 weeks. So here's the big question. Is the influence of the Shinawat family, including Thaksin, more powerful than the influence of the military? That does seem to be where the heads are butting, because Paetongtarn apparently was critical of military leadership in her phone call with Hun Sen, which was then leaked by Hun Sen. Not a very, acting in good faith kind of move, but it has had significant repercussions for the political leadership here in Thailand. Right now, we're still working with temporary acting prime ministers. What will happen after the verdict? We shall see, but it does seem like confidence has been rocked in the political landscape amongst the Shinawat's ability to maintain stability. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Is this going to actually change anything? And are we seeing maybe potentially a slow takeover of political leadership by the military as well? A lot of people are questioning this too. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. Keep our eyes on it for you. All right. Moving on. We're heading into our more, Thaigery stories. And our first one, well, it's feel good for its ending, but it's still kind of a crazy story to talk about. Let's move on. A Thai woman was nabbed for recruiting in an illegal surrogacy ring. Yikes. A Thai woman was arrested at Suvarnabhumi Airport in Samut Prakan on the 13th of August for her alleged role in an illegal surrogacy operation catering to foreign clients. Authorities say she recruited Thai women to become surrogate mothers in violation of the country's strict surrogacy laws. The arrest was carried out by the Department of Special Investigation, which has been cracking down on cross-border surrogacy. The case is underscoring Thailand's ongoing battle against exploitative reproductive practices targeting vulnerable women. So here's the story. Like, they were lured to Georgia under the promise of very high-paying jobs. And apparently this ring is being operated by Chinese nationals who are now, of course, not in Thailand. So this is like they're using their Thai contacts to run the scams to bring the women over, and creating victims in the process while not being able to be arrested themselves because they're behind that curtain of protection in China. So yes, do be aware. Obviously, like this is why people are nervous, right? Is because these kinds of scams are operating. But it's also good news that the Thai authorities are on top of it and are able to at least, sometimes I feel like it's a hydra. You cut off one head and more spring out, but getting some is better than getting none, I say. And hopefully the women who were lured into this trap are getting the support they need to stay out of it. Anyways, that's just so weird. It's like a horror story, right? Do you just wake up in Georgia pregnant? Like, what happened? And then what do you do with it? Who's actually paying for all of this? Yucky stuff. All right. Well, on to our next stories. We have Farangs behaving badly. Do I have a graphic for us, Tan? Hit it, my friend.
LPH is a racial slur.
Today we got traffic and firearms is what we'll be talking about with our Farangs misbehaving. So our first stop is, of course, Pattaya. A British e-bike rider's wheelie leads to a collision and bystander backlash. That's right, a British man riding an electric off-road bike in Pattaya was performing continuous wheelies late at night when he collided with a woman riding a pink Honda Scoopy yesterday. The woman, identified as a 49-year-old Miss Jurairat, sustained a head injury and multiple abrasions and was promptly treated on site before being transported to hospital by rescue services. Witnesses report that after the collision, the British rider tried to shift blame onto Miss Jurairat, which provoked an angry response in which several bystanders physically assaulted him, prompting police to step in and restore order. CCTV footage is now under review as authorities assure that all parties involved will be treated impartially during the investigation. I mean, come on, well, there's no denying he was doing the wheelies, which is, of course, reckless endangerment in terms of what you can and cannot do on the roads. You're not allowed to do that. So whether or not the woman got in the way or something like that, he was not in a position to actually be safe. So I think that's pretty funny. And, of course, in Thailand, mob justice is not entirely a foreign concept here. So he was like, hey, it was her fault. It's like, oh, yeah, we all saw it. And then they started beating up on him. Fortunately, the police were able to get involved and stop it from, escalating too much. But yeah, entitled Farang is a common tale, particularly in places like Pattaya. And until the police are able to crack down on these, dole out some real punishments, we're still going to see people treating it like their playground, which is, it is a playground. You can have lots of fun without being a total jerk. But as soon as you're putting people's lives in danger and safety at risk, the line has to be drawn somewhere. So hopefully the police can review the footage and, dish out some justice, because this gets pretty annoying for the locals in Thailand to have to deal with the misbehaving Farangs. All right. Yeah, Tyron's got a good question. How did she get a head injury if she was wearing her helmet as required by Thai law? Fair play. Yeah, that's also a thing. Not a lot of people are respecting the Thai helmet laws. I love it when Thailand's like, hey, everybody wear a hair helmet. They enforce it really strong for like 2 weeks, and then kind of goes back to normal, doesn't it? So, we'll see. All right. Next story, VV22. I'll get into your comments at the end. All right. One more Farang behaving badly. A Russian man was arrested in Phuket over illegal firearms charges, and he was on the run. Immigration police in Phuket arrested a 27-year-old Russian man wanted on a Bangkok warrant for illegal possession of firearms. Investigators say the suspect fled the capital to evade capture, but was tracked down to his hideout in Phuket. He had a lair. The arrest was carried out in cooperation with other agencies, and the Russian embassy has been notified. He remains in custody pending extradition to Bangkok for further legal proceedings. Yeah, look, can foreigners have guns here? Are we allowed to own guns here? I don't even know. But the point was, there's got to be a process. You need a permit, things like that. This guy did not have it. And furthermore, he fled. So he knew he was wanted, and then he tried to get away and just stay out of trouble. They'll track you down here. I think it's very interesting. The police are really good with their resources and doing their investigations and being able to find people who have done the wrong thing. Now, what happens to them after they've been caught has been a source of controversy here in Thailand in terms of lenient punishments being doled out. But, don't do crime. Just don't do it. And if you're going to do it, don't try to flee, because that's just going to compound the punishments and the desire for the police to, either fine you a lot, put you in jail, or whatever. Sorry, Jay's not here. I don't have any good advice on how to proceed in criminality, but just say no to it, I'd say. Mojo says it will take you 10 years to get a gun license if you are at Farang. Google it yourself if you're interested in that kind of thing, but I don't have any weapons on me. So I shouldn't tell people that. I should get you afraid. Don't mug me. All right. Let's say we take a quick Fazwaz break before we get into the feel-good news, shall we? All right. Thank you, Fazwaz, for sponsoring the show, making it all possible. And also a quick shout out to all of our members who have the green names in the live chat. That's Damian Jesser, Mojo. We got Dennis G in here too. Other names. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. But shout out to everybody who has become a member to the YouTube channel. It really helps support us a lot. Now, we're going to wrap up the week. It's Feel Good Friday, so I got some Feel Good news. Do I have a Feel Good graphic time?
Feels good, man.
All right. Our final two stories have to do with tourism here in Thailand. The TAT has unveiled what it calls the Rhythm of Thailand to showcase national charms. What is the Rhythm of Thailand? I can only think of that White Lotus song. Anyways, the Tourism Authority of Thailand has launched its latest campaign, Rhythm of Thailand, as part of its wider Be My Guest soft power initiative. The project enlisted 20 influencers, half Thai and half international, to explore and promote 10 provinces, including Krabi, Nan, and Chiang Rai. Content produced will highlight local culture, cuisine, arts, and everyday lifestyle, aiming to inspire both domestic and foreign travelers. Officials hope the campaign will boost Thailand's global image and attract visitors in a competitive regional tourism market. Woohoo! Yeah. I've been to Chiang Rai. I've been to Krabi. I haven't been to the other one in there, but everywhere is beautiful in Thailand, and there's so much to explore. I think people get, caught up in the classic tourist traps of Pattaya, Phuket, even Koh Samui, getting that White Lotus love. There is still so much more to see and still so much to explore. So hopefully this has some impact. Soft power is always an interesting thing to me. Thailand is all sorts of cool projects trying to, bring the Thai culture and the Thai tourism concept to the international market using all sorts of things like TV shows, music, right? Lisa from Blackpink, right? One of the biggest superstars in the world. It seems like it's catching up, right? We've seen it with like Japan and Korea. Tons of soft power over decades built up that have really driven Western interest in not only consuming the culture, but also going to visit. Hopefully, Thailand is able to emulate some of that success. And more tourism here means more money coming in, more development, better jobs, better pay. I think it's all a good thing. The question is, how effective are influencers and actually convincing people to come out? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments, everybody. Have you ever been influenced to come to Thailand because of what you've seen on social media? I'm curious to know your thoughts. All right. Tony, funny jokes. I see you. I'll talk about that in a second. Final story of the day, guys. Bangkok has been crowned the best city in the world for Gen Z. I guess I'm not included. Anyways, 2025 is the year for Bangkok and the youths. Time Out has named Bangkok the world's top city for Gen Z based on surveys of residents under 30. That used to be me. Young people rank the Thai capital highly for happiness, affordability, and ease of making friends, with 84% saying they were satisfied with life in the city. Bangkok's vibrant nightlife, street food culture, and social scene were also key factors in the win. The recognition is expected to bolster the city's appeal as destination for young travelers and digital nomads alike. Congratulations, Bangkok, for topping the list. And you can see Lisa there. There's a lot of was that Lisa? Maybe I'm being racist. Anyway, sorry. I glanced down for a second. It looked like her out of the corner of my eye. I did want to give you guys an update on who the top 10 were, so you guys can see how we're comparing. So number 1 is Bangkok, Thailand. Number 2, Melbourne, Australia. Number 3 is Cape Town, South Africa. 4, New York City. 5, Copenhagen. 6, Barcelona. 7, Edinburgh. 8, Mexico City. 9, London. And 10, Shanghai. So good company to be keeping and topping out the list. I have been to most of those cities, actually, surprisingly. At least half of them. And I have to say, Barcelona is one of my second favorite city compared to Bangkok. Cape Town is also amazing. But it's amazing for everybody. I don't know why this is so specific to Gen Z, but it is. Bangkok is such a vibrant and lively place, and I love the pulse of this city. Things are always changing. Things are always moving and shifting around. And there's always something new to do to keep you busy here in the big city. So congratulations, Bangkok, on the win from Time Out Magazine. All right. Let me wrap up the show, guys, and then I will check in with the live viewers. That'll do it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Good Morning Thailand. We'll be back again after the weekend on Monday. It'll just be myself again. Maybe I'll get a guest host. We'll see if I can scrounge one up while Jay is still on his travels. Do remember, this is a live show. We're live every day at 9:30 a.m. right here on YouTube. You can join the live chat and have a little bit of fun with us as we catch up on what's going on in the land of smiles. Subscribe, like, hit that join button if you want to become a member and get all sorts of cool benefits. Don't forget, we also have all of these stories, and the conversation continues at ASEANnow.com, which is Thailand's largest expat forum. And we also have social media. We got TikTok, we got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got Line, X, whatever your favorite acronym of social media that you get on the go. You can catch up on everything and see a whole lot more than you would see right here on the YouTube channel. For now, I'm going to wrap up the show here and dive into the live comments and see what our live viewers have to say. And by the way, if you are interested in seeing the live, if you can't see it live, if you do become a member, you'll be able to see the live show anytime you like. Otherwise, you'll just see the normal edited version on the main YouTube channel. But I know people like my mom, shout out mom, what's up, like to watch the whole conversation. So if you do want to, you can just become a member and you'll be able to see that on your own time.
If you like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Thaiger, or you can go to thethaiger.com and join the conversation.